We talked a little bit about the X Division stuff, and I feel like that was really what started to put TNA on the map in that like mid 2000s. Kurt Angle coming in, I feel like elevated TNA to a whole other level. And you must have been one of the only people that knew he was coming in, because it was a surprise to everybody else. But he comes in and he's face to face with you with the headbutt and everything. Were you like one of just like a handful of people that knew he was coming to TNA?
I mean, I think at the time, thinking back, I think I was. And and it wasn't even really through the company. It was like through my agent. It was like, oh, I heard such and such is happening. I was like, oh, cool, So, I would, at the time, I probably was one of the very few that knew.
Well, because like it's you and him. Like, I feel like you'd have to know.
You'd be surprised, dude. You'd be really. What do you mean? Really. I mean, wrestling companies have no compunction about springing something like that on you at the very last minute day of show. Trust me. So yeah, I mean, they said, oh, we're doing a thing, and then I think the day before they told me, just kind of officially. But I mean, it was literally the night before.
Because there's a lot of TNA wrestlers that had no idea. Like the show was over, and they're like, "Wait, what's this vignette?"
Oh no,
thing?
I would say probably the majority of them.
Wow. Yeah. What do you think your matches with Kurt did for your career?
I think they were great. I think Kurt's status at the time and who he was in the wrestling industry. I mean, it in a lot of ways, I give Kurt a lot of credit because it legitimized me in the eyes of a lot of people. Because if you hang with Kurt Angle and you go out there and you get down with him, then in many fans' eyes, I mean, hey, you're the truth. You're the real deal. So, that definitely was the byproduct of working with Kurt.
Well, and I think that they were some of the best matches of his career, and also some of the best matches of your career as well.
Yeah, very fun. I mean, Kurt's a super athlete. I think people kind of fail to realize that no matter how broken down or beat up he was still just incredible in the ring. I mean, once he walked through that curtain, it seemed like he became invincible and everything worked no matter how bad he was hurting beforehand. And I mean, it shows in his work.